Quote of the day: just don't miss out on the opportunity of something that might be great because it also might be difficult. We sometimes look at the different accomplishments that we want to be able to go after, and we know it's going to require some work. We know that it's going to require maybe the best of us. It's going to be able to require a sacrifice, whether that's staying up later or waking up earlier. And we can't allow ourselves to fall under that trap of it's not worth investing that time in order to develop ourselves. The personal and professional development is going to take us to higher heights. And so that small sacrifice of time, of talents, of uncomfortableness in order to grow is far greater to be able to take on that advantage than neglect it. So for example, you might be at work and realizing, you know what, I really don't know this particular subject. I have a meeting later on with my boss on it, and I need to be able to do something about it. So typically, let's say you head at the office at 6:30. That means you might be wanting to wake up at 5 o'clock that day, sacrifice a little bit of that time that you typically have in the sleep, and being able to learn that topic of conversation, so that way later in that meeting you're more ready to go. For other people, you might be realizing that your education only took you so far, and so going back to school, whether that's for graduate school or undergrad, might be worth taking that break from your career in order to level yourself up, in order to increase your knowledge and your skill set. For other people, I will be honest, the majority is that your relationships kind of stink. Your network, you probably haven't gone networking in a long time. And so, being able to identify who are the people that I should be connecting with in order to take my career or my life to the next level. Too often people will tell me that they get too busy in their day-to-day with their personal life and their professional life to network. But most people are familiar with the phrase, it's not so much what you know, it's who you know. But I would say for most people, especially in the community that you work, it's not so much who you know, but it's who knows you and what you do professionally. So if people don't, for example, I'm in the business of insurance. If people, when they think of insurance and needs for themselves, if my name doesn't come up at the top of their mind, I'm far from their vision. And so if I'm not at the top of their mind, they're not going to reach out to me. Kind of the same thing is going to occur here, no matter what situation you find yourself in from a career perspective. If people aren't thinking about you when they have a need, then you're not well known enough and your networking stinks. So look at what you're doing professionally in order to get yourself out there, and it's going to be uncomfortable. You might need to take a wingman or a wingwoman with you to some different events or some different associations in order for you to get better. Question: how strong is your networking skills? Shrooms out.